your presence even across digital platforms enriches our discussion and collaboration. So the theme of the first session is Startup Economy Innovation Through Smart Technology. And to inaugurate this session, I'm delighted to introduce the Director of ITTP at KAIST, Professor Sung-Hoon Han. Professor Han, the virtual stage is yours for the opening remarks.
Thank you, Lincoln. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, scholars, alumni, and students of ITPP and ITTP, good morning. Welcome to 2023 Green Smart Development and Vision held under the K Global Transformation for Smart Civilization theme. I extend my sincere gratitude to each one of you for actively participating in the 2023 GSDV. On behalf of the international conference organizers, I am delighted and honored to stand before you for the Green Smart Development and Visions 2023 conference. This event is hosted by the Ministry of Science and ICT and co-organized by the International Technology Professional Program, ITPP, of Seoul National University Global R&D Center, and the Global IT Technology Program, ITTP, of the Graduate School of Global Digital Innovation at KAIST. Now, in its 13th iteration, the GSDV has evolved into a significant platform since its inception in 2011. Originally designed as a space for students and alumni to share experiences, research progress, and knowledge, it has become an invaluable opportunity for envisioning the future of global ICT. The primary objective of GSDV 2023 is to contribute to extensive and prolific cooperation towards smart civilization through K Global Transformation by facilitating discussion and sharing profound insight on smart technologies and solutions, practical policies, enlightening research and business cases, and emerging challenges. This conference consists of 4 sessions: Startup Economy Innovation through Smart Technology, International Development Business through Korean Innovation Partnership, Global R&D Dissertation Review, and Global R&D Promotion Platform. The theme of GSDV 2023, K Global Transformation for Smart Civilization, emphasizes exploring emerging research topics in this dynamic landscape. Our gratitude extends to the accomplished alumni and students, as well as the honored guests gracing this year's conference. Looking ahead, GSDV remains committed to sharing the value of global ICT top-class education and research with leaders driving innovation in the 4th Industrial Revolution. Once again, I warmly welcome all our guests to the GSDV 2023 conference. I hope you all enjoy today's conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Han. A round of applause for Professor Han. Okay, thank you so much. And now we have an exciting lineup of speakers ready to share their experiences for the first session and their insights in reshaping the startup and the technology landscapes. So the first speaker is Dr. Abdullahi Garba Ali. Dr. Ali is the co-CEO of Hubuk Technology Limited, as well as director in Kano State, the government of Nigeria. Dr. Ali boasts a multifaceted career spanning technology, economics, public policy, and digital financial services. He has a PhD in TMEP from Seoul National University, graduating from ITTP policy program. And Dr. Ali past roles encompass senior business analyst at eHealth Africa. He's executive director at Kano State Computer Center and director at Kano Informatics Institute, among others. Hubuk Technology is a standard player in financial and banking software development. He will tell us more about his venture. And Dr. Ali will deliver a presentation on unlocking the future of software development, affordable remote homework solutions. Dr. Ali, the virtual stage is yours. Thank you.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. This is Abdullahi Garbali. I'm going to present my presentation today on unlocking the future of software development, looking at affordable remote work solutions from Nigeria. Thank you. All right, let's look at the future of software development. I think we need to understand the economic growth that this sector contributes to almost every country. So the significant contribution to the economic growth through investing in software development can actually simulate any country's GDP, because when you look at it, there is job creation. It always drives innovation, and also at the end, that's what attributes to the boost of the GDP. We can look at how remote work opportunities in software development has contributed to this sector, because we can say the software development is a job that is more of a distributed in nature. People do it in different places and different locations and times, so that results into the most compatibility of the fields of when you take it to remote work. And also you can look at how it creates opportunities for flexibilities, mostly looking at the geographical diversity of people. You can find international projects working in different ways, in different places. Somebody from Brazil and Argentina and somebody from Nigeria down to South Korea, all having on the same project, working on the same thing, but in different locations at different times. So let's start with an introduction. Looking at the whole perspective of software development, the Grandview Research Institute came up with a global software business perspective, and it looked at how the services and the market, how big it is at the moment, valuing it at around 429 billion US dollars. That's around 2021. So if we take it 2 more years up front, we can look at the growth that is taking place of 11.7%, and that's the trajectory that it might go on from 2022 to up to 2030. So that is what we're looking at. So the increase is about $50.2 billion of the value of the market that will contribute later within those few years that we have just stated. Okay, Nigeria on a scale. After 2022, we've realized that in Nigeria, the industry, or the software industry, contributed $11 billion to the economy, and there is an expectation that this will go on to $100 billion by 2025. So that shows how big the market has become. And I think the other additions is actually the diversity and the growth, and also how big the country is, and the need for the software to keep on coming. So by 2022, there are a lot of factors or numbers that we need to look at. The number of internet users will increase by 100 million to 200 million by 2025. Again, also by 2025, we will see that the mobile phone users will grow up to 250 million users. That is surpassing the present population of 210 that we are having. And the government came up with a lot of initiatives to see that the sector is booming. So there is a new bill that we call the Startup Bill, which gives small technology companies the possibility to open businesses and give services, taking out taxes for them and giving them opportunity for starters and loans. And there is also what we call the 3 million talent training program that has just been initiated, that the country is having an expectation that they want to train almost 3 million youths, so that they can have skills, hands acquisition programs that they can execute. And at the moment we have over 100,000 software developers in the country, but the projection is by 2025, if it goes on the same trajectory that we're having at the moment, we'll realize around 250 by 2025. But with the 3MTT program, the idea is how do we build around 3 million youths at the moment. So the current landscape, we have 3 factors here, but we'll look at them one after the other. There is the key global remote work statistics, which shows that when you look at the remote work services, almost 12.5% of the full employees work, but you're looking at 28% of hybrid workers that are coming. So majority of the workforce stands around at the moment 59.1, but over 40% of working remote work. So 16% of companies in the world have adopted the remote work. They can work fully remotely at home. So the impact of the global shift to remote work is results into issues like localization that we are looking at, and high productivity, reducing cost, because the more people you reduce, the more consumption you have to, and then the engagement and the employer brand, that is the work-life balance that we have, because we're in the social age, so people tend to have it. Three main factors of the globalization: people tend to interconnect virtually, and then we mix our cultures virtually, and then we tend to achieve a common goal. What is the relevance that this is actually bringing to Nigeria? There is specifically increase in the demand of the remote work, especially after the pandemic, because that's when we took advantage of that emergence of industries. So we can see that companies like Andela coming up, Jobberman, Outsource Global, and the adoption of traditional Nigerian companies. The banks, almost 60 to 70% of the bank workers all turned into to remote work. I think they just only resumed work maybe in the middle of this year or something like that. So that's the current landscape that we have. And then software developers in Nigeria, there is a growing force mostly in the tech industry, because I think some of these software developers have came in and actually came up with companies that we have seen that they have gone, what we call them, I think, unicorns at the moment, because they are valued, some of them, close to some $1 billion. And an excellent skill results into the competency, and also the experience of the software developers have resulted in them coming up with a lot of these companies. The Nigerian government also tends to keep on supporting this, because it gives some of these examples. You can see Flutterwave, Paystack, one of the very good companies that just came up. So what can this do to both Nigeria and South Korea? What we are thinking here is, how can we put up an alliance between the two countries and explore how we can develop the software industry, most especially if we can create a remote work partnership. So this will tend to give us a path that we should harness what both countries have, and look at the challenges from both countries and mitigate them, and see what opportunities we can put up for the digital age. Why Nigeria? You see, at the top of at the moment we are on top of hubs for open source development. When you go to GitHub, we guys had the highest outsourced contributors in 2020, contributed a lot of pull requests. So the work that is taking place is quite enormous, I think, maybe because of our big population. And we've been seeing the coming in of companies now, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, a lot of them have been coming in. And when you look at the affordability of the pricing, you pay almost 30 to 40% of discount in developed countries. So you can see that the increase of the Nigerian pull request is almost 65.7% of what has increased when it comes to GitHub work that the software developers do. So the 3 million technical talent is the program that I just discussed, that the Federal Ministry of Communications, Innovations and Digital Economy and embarking, because we want to see how do we create a pool of experience and a sea of developers that people can come and use them and have them. So, but the only way we can do that is remote work should give us the basic identity, or the platform that we can be delivering services to people. So by prioritizing long-term sustainability, the framework of the whole idea is trying to aim of how to facilitate continuous training and also placement of more technical talents in the future. So benefits to Korea. I think one of the first things is that if the Koreans will take advantage of the remote work of software developers in Nigeria, is global competitiveness. By working together, we tend to give an edge, because it helps them compete more effectively and play on the international stage. Access to large pool of talent. So the Korean education system and also the industry is well developed, while when you combine it with the Nigerian growing pool of the software developers, it creates a diverse and talent skill pool of that they can solve big software projects. So market expansion, because if, for example, you can finish a job in 2 days, or sorry, in 2 years, this avenue which you can expand the market moving into somewhere, and then you finish it in 2 to 3 days, and that gives them the opportunity to combine what both countries are doing, and whatever the Koreans do, they can sell it to Nigeria, and then the Nigerians can also find ways to sell it in Korea also. So what is our way forward? Given all these opportunities that we have seen, I think it's quite important that both countries formalize what kind of an agreement they want to see, and then establish a joint committee, identify what sectors they feel should be looked into, and then see what are the clear objectives and what resources that you are going to put, and then straightly and hit the target. So I guess that gives an opportunity that if we come together, both we providing the Koreans the pool of the talent, while they using it to the knowledge that they have and putting it with their innovation, it will help. So I think all I need to say is let's try it. Thank you, Kamsahamnida. Nice having everybody, and always a pleasure to have to be an alumni of the ITTV program from SM. Thank you.
When he was developing and operating government web portal and its data center, he was also involved in the design and implementation of local e-government services in Yemen. So he worked as a cloud infrastructure engineer at Aleph Back Technologies. And then Dr. Mohammed is going to deliver his presentation on digital public goods towards sustainable digital transformation, the case of open source healthcare systems. Dr. Mohammed, please, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, and thank you for inviting me to this event. And in today's presentation, I would like to share what we have been working on recently in relation to the theme of the conference. So the topic is about digital public good, and I believe most of us are familiar with the concept public good, which is the commodity or service that is provided without profit to all members of the society, either by government or individuals or organizations, which are to the benefits or well-being of the public. And in this presentation, I will specifically focus on digital public goods and application of open source solution in healthcare organizations. So as I just mentioned, that public goods are the commodities or services that are provided without a profit to all members of the society, either by government, individuals, or organizations, which are to the benefits and well-being of the public. The concept of digital public goods is also derived from the same definition, but in the context of digital commodities. And according to the Digital Public Goods Alliance, the digital public goods are open source software, open standards, open data, open AI systems, and open content collections that adhere to privacy and other applicable laws and best practices, do no harm, and help attain sustainable development goal. In this sense, we have digital public goods, and the counterpart of that is a proprietary goods. But why digital public goods? What makes them special? According to Digital Public Goods Alliance, digital public goods can increase adoptability and adhere to the minimum standards. It also ensures transparency and accountability of software solutions, which help avoid any contractual lock-ins, making them more scalable and sustainable. One of the biggest concerns that organizations and countries face nowadays is the digital sovereignty, which is the power and authority of a national government to make free decisions affecting citizens and businesses within the digital domain. And this covers data, software, standards and protocol, infrastructure, and public services. When it comes to digital public infrastructure, which is a critical enabler of digital transformation, as it constitutes digital identification, payment, and data exchange systems, the public digital infrastructure can be provided either through public or digital public goods or proprietary solutions, and each has its own pros and cons. But the greater risk that proprietary solutions pose is a vendor lock-in and dependency that it creates, therefore very risky to business continuity. Digital public good came out not only to save resources and eliminate duplicate work, but also enhance trust and reduce fragmentation, enabling better digital sovereignty. However, this comes also at the cost of collaboration, which is crucial to sustainability of digital public goods. So, and we all know that proprietary technologies can lead to technological lock-ins and silos that threaten digital sovereignty, as organizations are subject to contractual lock-ins and have limited flexibility over their software systems. Moreover, proprietary knowledge for IT system operation and expansion can limit to a greater extent data sovereignty. Therefore, digital public good can be a greater enabler towards achieving digital sovereignty. So at Modif Cloud, we try our best to deliver best practices, infrastructure engineering and cloud services, and provide its related consultation and support to our local organizations in Yemen. We also promote the adoption of open source solutions that are in line with the standards defined by Digital Public Goods Alliance in order to accelerate automation and digital transformation in a more sustainable manner. And in relation to the topic in discussion, we mainly focus on ERP systems and healthcare and medical information systems, through which we create ties with public and private sectors, and to not only focus on the adoption and operationalization of such systems, but also creating awareness on how important these are in the long run and the digital sovereignty in general. So here in this slide, we show a case of implementing digital public good, an open source medical information system. It's called OpenEMR, which is an off-the-shelf, free and open source healthcare information system. We deployed this solution at a local hospital to automate their business processes. In some cases, some tailoring and customizations in the systems also needed to fit the business processes and workflow within that context. But in general, the system standardizes the handling and processing of medical information while ensuring interoperability with other systems. With this way, along with zero contractual lock-ins, we bring more flexibility and expandability over the time to organizations. Therefore, more stable evolution and adaptability of the systems, as it already has a big community worldwide. So, in conclusion, proprietary solutions create dependency, risks flexibility, and can result in discontinuation, whereas public goods or digital public good can reduce this fragmentation and increase transparency and foster technical capacity and innovation. Therefore, it brings more sustainable digital transformation. As the digital sovereignty is becoming very crucial to countries and organizations, digital public goods can be an enabler and can empower to a greater extent digital sovereignty. In the case of healthcare system that we implemented, and we show that digital public good can deliver best practices and more sustainable information and transformation, that are in line with the sustainable development goals. So particularly in the article, like the Sustainable Development Goal 3, 5, and 9. So then this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammed, for the presentation. It's really good about the digital public goods. And now we will have Dr. Ali come back to also now start off also his presentation. Dr. Ali, would you please proceed now? Thank you. Now we have the third presenter is Mr. Roy. And Mr. Roy is going to deliver his presentation on IT consultancy services in a disruptive era, the Philippines perspective. And just to give you a brief about Mr. Roy. Mr. Roy is the CIO of San Beda University and Consulta Squared IT Services. And Mr. Roy is an IT professional and industry expert based in the Philippines. And he's an IT faculty member of 2 prestigious private universities. And at the same time, he's an IT consultant and business owner of the Consulta Squared IT Consultancy Services, a company that he established and registered in 2021 at the height of the pandemic. And previously served as a director at the University of San Augustine at Iloilo City and implemented the digitization and digital transformation of the academic institution. He served as an IT officer and analyst at the Department of ICT and Department of Science and Technology for 25 years. He represented the Philippines at joint World Health Organization ITU meeting on National e-health strategy in Geneva, Switzerland. So please, let's welcome Mr. Roy Consulta. Welcome, Roy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and friends from SNU. So first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank ITPP program of Seoul National University and the GSDV committee. Special mention to my thesis advisor back in 2007, Professor Junsuk Hwang, for letting me present this in this prestigious event. Not yet. Please go back to the first. As you know, this Green Smart Development and Vision or the GSDB conference main objective is to contribute to extensive and prolific cooperation towards global growth through sustainable digital innovation in smart civilization through KGB. Anyhow, now you might ask why disruption? Why is it? What is the benefit of it? Well, research has found that positive disruption can lead to a variety of benefit for businesses, including increased productivity, improved employee engagement, and satisfaction and greater innovation and creativity. Well, you might wonder why my topic is unique, IT consultancy services in a disruptive era. You know, in a disruptive era, information technology consultancy service must be flexible, innovative, and customer-centered. So with the agenda, what I'm gonna share with you for the next 10 minutes are 6 elements and steps of a consultancy services firm could take to leverage digital transformation. They are the key element that a successful IT consultancy may need to address in order to adapt to disruptive forces. By incorporating these key elements into their business practices, IT consultancy firm can stay competitive and deliver the services to their customers need to succeed in a disruptive manner. Next slide, please. Okay, the first key element that a successful IT consultancy may need to address in order to adapt to disruptive forces is to use digital tools and workflow to streamline processes, improve collaboration, and enhance the quality of delivered work. So examples include project management software, collaboration platforms, and artificial intelligence-powered research and analysis tools. To do so, the following steps can be helpful. First, you need to identify key areas for digital transformation. Identifying key areas where digital tools and workflows can add value, such as project management, client engagement, talent management, and knowledge sharing. The second one is to evaluate the current technology infrastructure. So evaluating the current technology infrastructure, including hardware, software, network, and data management systems. Identify key areas that where upgrades or updates can be made to support digital transformation. So choose the right tools and platforms. Choosing the right tools and platforms to support digital transformation, such as project management software, collaboration tools, data analytics platforms, and knowledge management tools. So train staffs on new tools and workflows. Train staffs on new tools and workflows to ensure that they can use technology effectively. This may involve training on how to use the digital tools, as well as how to incorporate them into existing processes and workflows. Then monitor and improve performance. And lastly, incorporate digital strategies into business planning. So by taking this first step, IT consultancy services firms can effectively embrace digital tools and workflows to support digital transformation and deliver better outcomes for clients. Next slide, please. So leveraging AI and data analytics to enhance insight-driven decision-making, improve customer segmentation, and personalize the delivery of services is the second element that successful IT consultancy may need to address in order to adapt to disruptive forces. So here are some steps to leverage the use of AI and data analytics to enhance insights and decision making in a disruptive way. First, collect and clean data. Collecting and clean data from various sources such as customer feedback, operations data, and industry trends. This will help ensure that insights and decisions are based on accurate and relevant data. The second one is develop data analytics algorithm. Developing data analytics algorithm to uncover patterns, trends, and relationships in the data. So this can help clients make data-driven decisions and gain competitive advantage. And use AI or the artificial intelligence to enhance insights. That's the third one. So using AI to enhance insights by developing predictive model by using natural language processing to analyze text data, right? Then use visualization. So using visualization tools to present insights and data, a clear and engaging way, allowing clients to quickly understand the results. This can help clients make actionable decisions and communicate them effectively to stakeholders. And lastly, you need to monitor and optimize performance. Monitoring and optimizing performance of data analytics and AI systems to ensure that they are delivering expected results. This may involve conducting performance reviews, tracking key performance indicators, or developing dashboards to help clients monitor performance in real time. So by leveraging AI and data analytics to enhance insights and decision making in a disruptive way, IT consultancy services firms can provide clients with valuable insights and decisions that differentiate in the market. Next slide, please. So embracing cloud technology to deliver scalability, agility, and cost savings to clients is the third element that a successful IT consultancy may need to address in order to adapt in a disruptive manner. Okay? So here are some steps to do so in a disruptive way. First, choose the right cloud platform. Choosing the right cloud platform based on the business's needs and goals. This may involve evaluating various cloud providers such as Amazon, Microsoft, Azure, and Google, right? I guess everyone knows about this one. So migrate data and application to the cloud. Migrating data and application to the cloud gradually by optimizing each application and ensuring compatibility with the cloud platform. This can help avoid disruption and ensure a smooth transition. Then the next one is use cloud native technologies. Using cloud native technologies such as serverless computing and microservices to build applications that are inherently scalable and flexible. This can help businesses easily scale up and down their application based on demand and reduce their infrastructure cost. And you need to leverage AI and data analytic tools. Then lastly, implement a cloud-first strategy. So implementing a cloud-first strategy that outlines the business approach to adopt and leverage cloud services and align with its goals and objectives. This can help businesses stay ahead of the curve and take advantage of all benefits of the cloud. So by leveraging and embracing cloud computing in an IT consultancy services firm in a disruptive way, businesses can reduce their IT costs, increase their scalability and flexibility, and gain valuable insights from their data to make better decisions. Next slide, please. Okay. Utilizing virtual reality and mobile technologies to enhance the engagement and experience of customers and employees is the fourth element that a successful IT consultancy may need to address in order to adapt in a disruptive manner. So this can include virtual consulting sessions, immersive training experiences, and mobile-first applications. So some steps to do so in a disruptive way are explore the potential of virtual reality. So exploring the potential of virtual reality and explore ways to leverage it in businesses. This could involve using virtual reality for training purposes, demonstrating products, or creating immersive experiences for customers. So implement immersive experiences is the second one. Implementing the VR experiences that are immersive, engaging, and easy to use. And then you need to use mobile technologies for field services. So using mobile technologies for field services applications such as asset management, inspections, or remote support, this can help businesses to reduce their expenses and improve customer satisfactions by improving real support and insights. So you need to also deliver AR training or education tools. Developing the augmented reality tools for training and education purposes that can deliver interactive and engaging experiences for employees of customers. And lastly, you need to explore new business models. Exploring new business models that leverage VR and mobile technology such as renting virtual experiences, offering virtual subscription, or creating virtual product showcase. So this can help enhance training and explore new business models that provide value to customers while differentiating in the market. Next slide, please. So focusing on talent development and upskilling to ensure that employees have the necessary digital skills to deliver digital transformation is the fifth element. So that successful IT consultancy may need to address in order to adapt in a disruptive way. Offering learning and development opportunities such as online courses, workshops, and networking events. So Here are some of the steps to do so in a disruptive way. First, embrace continuous learning. Embracing a culture of continuous learning and encourage employees to upskill and reskill themselves. And then the second one is implement a strong mentorship program, and then use virtual collaboration tools. And then fourth one is to provide opportunities for cross-functional learning. What do I mean by this? Providing opportunities for cross-functional learning and collaboration, such as hackathons, cross-functional projects, and mentoring programs with non-technical team members. This can help employees from different backgrounds to share knowledge and understand and foster a more cohesive team atmosphere. And lastly, leverage AI and automation. And by focusing this on talent development in an IT firm in a disruptive way, businesses can improve the skills, knowledge, and expertise of their team and drive innovation and growth. Next slide, please. So lastly, leveraging and developing a strong digital brand in an IT consultancy services firm can help differentiate the company from competitors and establish itself as a thought leader in its industry. So some of the steps to do so in a disruptive way are, you need to define brand values and messaging. First, defining the company's brand values and messaging, highlighting what makes it unique and differentiating. It will help guide the company's content strategy to ensure it remains consistent and credible. Then you need to develop an engaging content strategy. And then leverage social media. Leveraging social media to engage with customers and industry thought leader and share insights and expertise. And then optimize website for search engines. And then lastly, you need to build relationship with influencers. And then by leveraging this, businesses can attract customers, increase their impact, and establish themselves as a thought leader in their industry. Next slide, please. So as a key takeaway, I'd like to end this talk as we come back around, full circle. Jeff Bezos himself unequivocally states that there is no other option to digital transformation for companies. It's either digitized or welcome failure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roy, for that great presentation. Thank you. Now we've learned how we can effectively undertake IT consultancy services in a disruptive era. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, for the next presenter, we have Dr. Shakil Mohammed. Dr. Shakil Mohammed is a CEO of Genesis IT Group. He's the CEO of Genesis IT Lab, which is a software R&D agency based in Pakistan. He's also the CEO at Genesis Meko Group, and again, CTO at One Self World, which is a blockchain tech startup which bridges Web3 and Web2. And again, he's also CTO at Kashiro, which is a fintech payment system. He had PhD in IT and telecommunication technology, focused on cybersecurity engineering from KAIST. He also worked for 10 years as a deputy project director, cyber incident response team at Government of Pakistan. He was an IT consultant to International Taekwondo Federation, ambassador at GBBC, and member of Open Network Foundation, and also an editor to the IEEE newsletter. Dr. Shakil is a certified ethical hacker. He's also a Red Hat, a certified engineer, Oracle database administrator, and a certified information systems auditor, just to name a few. So he has written several scientific and technical articles in peer-reviewed journals and conferences. So Dr. Shakil is going to tell us more about the work they do at Genesis IT Lab. And let's welcome Dr. Shakil to deliver his presentation. Welcome, Dr. Shakil. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for detailed introduction. Even I forgot some of my work that I am doing. Thank you so much for that. So I hope ITTP family, you are fine, you are enjoying your time and learning side by side. So today my topic that I'm going to talk is mostly related to software, why software fails, and my journey, how we develop software in Web3 and AI area. So yeah, let me correct things better. So can you guys see my screen? Is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we can see it. Thank you.
Okay. So why software fails, over budget, or cancel? Basically, this research, the data that I am going to share with you guys are not only our experiences, but we also learn from Scandich Institute Chaos Report. And they have a 25-year of research in United States related to software industry, why software fails, over budget, or cancelled. Softwares are not new things for us. We are developing software since many decades. Right now, it's over half of the century that we are developing so many software, even though the softwares, nature of softwares are changing. So as our announcement guy, he represented, like, I'm representing software development firm. So we develop software as well as we invest in early stage and pre-stage startups. So these are few of our projects. I will also highlight these projects that we are developing, or the companies we are working on. Few of them is Clayton Blockchain, that is an offshoot from Kakao Corporation, and then we have a Islamic Development Bank group. We are also helping to develop them tokenization platform. So in which area we do develop? We mostly work in Web3, that is basically a blockchain technology. And now many of us are calling it Web3 because it is it has some additional feature compared to the Web2. What are those additional feature? One is immutability, and the second one is decentralization. What is immutability in blockchain area or Web3? That's why we calling it Web3. Before that and the current student, they are very familiar with cut, copy, paste. And thanks to cut, copy, paste, that's why I have that many degrees and that's many qualification. But this cut, copy, paste also led us to inherent problem that we don't have in real world or physical world. So in virtual world, we want that we want to protect, and that can be protected by immutability, and the blockchain provide protection against cut, copy, paste. So and the other is decentralization. All data is when I joined ITTP, we heard a lot from professor, data is a new gold. And if we see the recent technology, those are coming out, for example, Chat GPT, this is a birth from the data. We have a data and we train these LLM models based on that data. If we don't have that data, so we couldn't develop these kind of amazing new tech. So, and this data is basically in clouds, and in clouds are in data center from silos of companies, for example, Facebook, Google, all these have this power. And this power is like kind of dictatorship on the data. But we don't have democratization in the data world or on the virtual world. So somehow decentralization help us to do democratization, and the blockchain technology that is helping us for this immutability and democratization of virtual world. That's why people call it blockchain. And then AI, we all know the whole computing technology started because of machines can think, and that's AI. So we also work in that area. So moving forward, why software fails? So this chaos reports, there is a link below there about that report as well. Average 16.2% software projects complete on time or on budget. For larger companies or larger projects, 9% projects only complete on time and on budget. So what does it mean? Around 83% projects fail, cancel, or over budget. And alone $100 billion wasted in US in software industry annually. So that's a quite big amount so that we can save, and all these technologists and IT persons, those are working in this industry, they can help to save this kind of a wastage. So this is only like US figures. If we see all over the world, so it means we are spending a lot to develop a less. We are getting less yield and we are spending a lot of effort. So if we go back in our academic life, so we all know SDLC, software development life cycle. Whenever you enter into software engineering, this is the first lesson that we learn. We have SRS, software requirement specification. Then we have design architectures. We develop product, we do coding, and then we have a product testing. So where is a fault lies in between these SDLC components. So basically, from this report and our experience, we realized mostly projects fail, over budget, or cancel because of the SRS. And that was the case when we were also studying for the academic. But coming in the market and spending a lot of time with the softwares, we face this challenge every day. So alone 80% bugs come without writing a single line of code because of this SRS faults. So what are the challenges in our SRS? Usually we write, for example, in Korean market, if we see for the startups and small size project, they make just PPT slides, make some UI UX on the PPT, and then mention what to do there. For example, sign in. What will be the sign in process there? So actually this shouldn't be the only case. This is very helpful. Somehow it's a pictorial, somehow there is also written in text. In SRS, we need more information. So usually in our case, what we do to avoid that kind of a challenges, because we face this dilemma every day. Whenever we solve our first month or 2 months or 3 months of SRS, then we are all okay, and the entire projects go on time, on budget, without any hiccups. So how do we do it? So first, let's see what are the challenges in SRS. As I said, incomplete requirement. Sentences have several meanings, so only the written words will not work. Luckily, we got very good tool like Figma. So on Figma, we can have UI, UX, some design there, and then we can also write it down. We have Loom sort of videos. Then in our case, we also write use cases. On use cases, we also write test cases, and then we move this SRS or use cases in story or user stories or on Jira for development. So many people might thought there is a challenge for the project management. Yes, if we see, as I earlier said, 84% defects because before single line of code. So mostly it is because of SRS and in design, the defects lies there. But some other areas have also challenges in software industry. So the rework usually increase your budget, and the rework percentage also increase how much you made mistakes early on, and you have to do that same work again. For example, you have developed sign in or sign up or authentication, and you have to do it again. So that is your rework percentage, and that increase chances of failure, over budget, or cancel of your project. So very important, there is another argument whether project management methodology help us to improve our project success? Yes, it does, but it's not the major part in software development. You can, it depends on the project whether you have to choose agile methodology. For the for smaller projects from 3 to 6 months, it's good to use agile technology. But for a longer project, when you are going to develop some effort of 2 years, and you don't want to do so many early inputs, so that will be again a challenge for you. So it might lead you to spend more time. So so far I talked about the software failures, and the software failures come mostly because of software requirements. And how can we avoid software requirements challenges? One is we have to write use cases, we have to make design, we have to make videos about everything, and we also consider whether this use case is interacting with any other. That is what we learned in our academic life, is called process re-engineering. If the process that you are thinking is already very well known, you have to still think about that process, whether it is affecting another process. So moving forward, now I'm going to share some projects that we have developed. This is called Cashro project. It's a Europe-based product, and the basic purpose is a fintech application. You can, for example, you are in Africa. Basically, it's going to be launched in Africa, so you can deposit your fiat mean normal currency through this wallet, or connect your cards or any bank with the application, and that your local currency can be converted into the 3 reserved currency, USD, British pound, and euro. And you can send this, and there are some other features. Basically, it's a wallet to have your fiat currencies. Then we have metaverse application. This is Korean application, will be mostly used in Chuncheon area of Korea. So the basic purpose is, this application is not just mobile application, but it is connected with the kiosk, where, for example, you're traveling on Korail, and the Korail want to take feedback of the masses, hundreds of people from every ride. So they cannot take from conventional method by giving you a feedback paper, etc. So they have a kiosk. They can put a kiosk where you can give by gesture whether your ride was good, bad, whatever feedback they want to get back, and you can get some reward. So in Korean ecosystem, we have reward-based ecosystem very well, where we have a coupons and vouchers and rewards points, extra. Same in the application. If you cannot make in front of kiosk, so you can also do in your application, and you can get reward. So basically, the data is on blockchain, but this is AI-based application with the gamification in this application. This is a NFT chain. NFT chain means a sovereign blockchain layer 1, where we build the blockchain, and we also help to develop them, their wallet, minting application, and their game. There is another Korean company called PCL, and we were one of the developer for this application. Is kind of a COV application, corona vaccination passport, but for only 1 day, the technology that they developed for it. So then moving forward, considering my 10 minutes time that I'm already passing that time. So we also work with this project. This project is a spin-off from University of Warwick. It's related to cancer pathology, where you can have machine learning algorithm. They have a work of over 15 years research, and we also help them to develop their tools based on their algorithms. So then we have our crypto wallet, that is a custodian wallet. We don't market it as a product, but we help our clients to use this wallet as a white label product. So white label product means you can have that wallet in your specific use case, but basically technologies belong to us. So we also work with the Clayton blockchain, and we help them to develop this Clayton Metaverse Knowledge Kit that is live. And we also develop some Web2 games. So we are over 100 researchers and develop. And so far, I conveyed what we have developed so far. So if you have any question, I would love to answer if we have a time. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Muhammad, and that was wonderful. That was a good presentation. I hope everybody has seen the wonderful work that Dr. Shakil they are doing. And thank you very much once again.